would advise all parents who are going to a child protection conference to seek advice and information about the child protection conference process. It's really important that parents understand the child protection concerns from the social worker and other agencies. So if they don't understand, they should speak to the social worker and any other professionals and seek some clarity about that. It's very important that they read through the social worker's report, make any comments about that and correct any inaccuracies, and also highlight to the social worker areas that they want to be commented on in the conference, any strengths they may have as a family, and any information about the children that they think should come to the conference. We always advise parents to make some notes before conference and to take those notes in with them so they're really clear about what they want to say to the meeting, to all the professionals in the meeting. If they need a translator, anything to be translated, or they need an interpreter, then they should ask the social worker about that. If they want to take somebody with them to conference, they should ask the social worker about that as well. That could be a family or friend, someone who they feel really comfortable with, or it could be an advocate. And the advocate should be able to participate in the meeting as long as the advocate isn't adversarial within the meeting. There are practical things to think about. We advise parents to think about childcare on the day, who's going to be there for each child in the family, what time they need to leave to collect the child from school, make sure the social worker is aware of that. They maybe want to ask for help with childcare, maybe ask for help getting to the meeting, depending where the meeting is going to be held. We would always encourage all parents who are going to a child protection conference to meet with the chair prior to the meeting. There should be about 10 or 15 minutes allowed for the parents to speak with the chair. And the chair will explain to them exactly how the conference will be managed, what the role of the chair is. The chair will make sure that the parents have seen the report, and indeed all reports, for conference. So parents should have no surprises in the meeting. They should be aware of all information that's going to be discussed in the meeting, however difficult that may be for them. And the chair will explain to them about how he or she will manage any breaks that are needed in the meeting, how they will be able to participate in the meeting. Part of the chair's role is to encourage the parents' participation in that meeting, so parents can talk to the chair about how they want to do that. The chair will explain about the decision-making at conference, the fact that parents aren't involved in the actual decision-making, but professionals will make a decision whether or not a child should be subject to a child protection plan. If a child is made subject to a plan, the chair will explain how that plan will be devised and will explain how parents can participate in that plan. And the chair will also explain the core group planning process, which is a meeting after conference which will develop the outline plan which is made at conference. Parents again will be involved in the core group planning process and will be invited to that meeting. Parents should receive a copy of the outline child protection plan and a copy of the minutes in writing, and if those minutes need to be translated into their own language, that should occur. They should be involved in the planning process, as I've said, and the planning may involve the convening of a family group conference. So if parents think that would help their family to bring the wider family network together, then they could ask for that as part of the child protection plan. All information shared in the Child Protection Conference should remain confidential to that meeting, so the minutes, all the reports should remain confidential. If parents have information that they don't want to be shared with any other adults in the family, then they should make the chair aware of that prior to the meeting, because that happens on occasion. It's part of the social worker's role to engage with absent fathers or indeed any parent of any child who's being discussed at the Child Protection Conference. And if a parent can't attend the meeting, it's the social worker's role to ensure their views are gathered and to present them to the meeting. there may be a reason why a father or a parent can't come to the meeting if that parent is going to pose a risk to another parent or to a professional in the meeting, but that's the chair's decision. And the chair would make that clearly known to that person, an individual, and still would want to encourage that person, if it's a parent, to give their views and to participate, maybe in writing or through a tape. The child protection plan, as I said, will be developed at a core group. It's the role of the core group to make sure that the plan is implemented, and then there is a review conference which will be convened regularly at set intervals, and again the chair's role then is to make sure that the plan is being implemented. So if support services are put into the plan and then they're not offered, a parent should make that known to the social worker and to the chair, and eventually could make a formal complaint about that. It's the role of the advocate to help prepare parents for conference and help them to participate in the meeting, to highlight the strengths of the parents and the family, and to be clear with them about what they want to get across to professionals in that meeting to aid their decision making, and to help them think about planning, and to generally to broker the relationship between the local authority and the parent. Our advocates operate a non-confrontational style. They're independent from the local authority. They have a clear reporting threshold, so if they become aware of child protection concerns, they will report that and make parents aware of that. And they have in-depth knowledge about childcare law and practice. And we offer a spot purchasing service now to most London boroughs, so that the local authority can buy us in, and we can go along to child protection conference with parents. Parents often say to us that they, for the first time, can understand the concerns of the local authority, so we explain to them what the concerns are and why the social worker is concerned about their child. And we've had independent evaluations of our service, and professionals and parents find our advocacy service to be helpful. So that's child protection conference chairs, social workers, and of course parents. Family Rights Group operates a national free phone advice line for all parents and family members involved with children's social care. So any parent or family member who's going to go to a child protection conference or who is involved in the child protection process in any way can call our national advice line and get advice from someone who really understands and knows about childcare law and social work practice. We also have advice materials on our interactive website. We have a discussion board for parents and for family members, and we can offer advice by email and by letter.